I was about 16 when I first started playing AAU basketball. First few years of high school, I played basketball, because everybody expected me to, because I was tall. You play high school basketball, you get the girls, you get the recognition, you get the friends, and everything that came with it. But when I started playing AAU basketball, and I saw how serious other kids took it, when I started playing in tournaments and traveling and seeing just like the many doors that basketball could open for me. Basketball for me wasn't really something I took serious until high school. I think a lot about my future, what direction I wanted to take it in. Like in the beginning of high school, I never really gave a thought to playing basketball in college, or I was just that goofy kid who slacked off in school and spent a lot of time like drawing and whatnot. Once I transferred high schools and basketball kind of like transformed for me, thanks to the help of my high school coach, William Middlebrooks, and my AU coach, Rock Johnson, who were two big factors in kind of helping me develop as a player. When I finally got to college, there was more traveling and there was more experience being gained. Towards the end of my time at DePaul, we actually wound up taking a trip to France for 10 days, and we played some teams in Paris and around the country, which was really eye-opening for me. I fell in love with Paris, just being out there, and that whole experience was amazing. What I could possibly see myself doing after college really became like apparent to me. It was like, I love to travel, I love playing basketball, why not try and combine the two of them? That was kind of like a focus of mine toward heading closer to graduation. My junior season was better than my senior season, but I was still fortunate to have an agent approach me after I graduated who got me a gig out in South America. It was low level, but it was still like a dream come true, because coming from where I was to where I am now, it was like something I never would have imagined. A big part of my game is being stronger than my opponent rather than trying to outsmart my opponent or outquick them. Like my main thing's always been being stronger than my opponent. My strength and conditioning coach actually put a lot of emphasis on weight training. After college, I kept that with me. Stuff we do as a team, I make sure that I give 100%. Like when we're practicing, but also when we have to lift, and like when I lift on my own, it's the main part of my style, if you will. But for my size and my position, I'd say that I have good footwork and I'm quick. As much as I'd like to take credit for the way I play, I feel like most of it is just from my time spent in college and playing in the Big East, which was, to sum it up, it was hell. It was every game, every night, it was top competition. From my freshman year all the way to my senior year, it was, I was playing against somebody who's probably in the NBA now. So there was no chance to really slack off or not play physical. And like now being out of college, like that's one of the key components that I've taken with me, is just making sure that I'm always playing physical, that I'm a presence, that I impose my will, that I'm a presence on defense. I have to be that body on offense and defense, constantly banging with the other bigs, making my presence known, grabbing rebounds. That's why strength training is like one of the main things for me. As far as who inspires me off the court outside of basketball, like I'd have to say my main motivation would be my family. They've stuck by me, they've sacrificed for me through all of my ups and downs, and just knowing that I have a chance to go out there and not only play for myself, but play for my family is huge. Like especially now, playing for my children, playing for my parents, my wife, and my cousin Robbie, who, you know, most people don't know this, but suffers from a handicap. Growing up, we were always really close. I've kind of taken that as a chip on my shoulder. Go out there and not only play for myself, but play for him. My main motivation at the end of the day is always my family. So far, honestly, I actually enjoy it out here. The cold doesn't really bother me. I spent 4 years in Chicago, and Chicago can get even colder than this. So, I mean, that's not too big of an issue, but I mean, it's a cool city. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to really get out and see most of it. But just from driving through, you know, it looks nice. Hopefully, if it ever gets warm, and you know, I can tell where I'm going, I might go explore a little bit. But you know, so far, it's one of the bigger cities that I've played in. It's better than, you know, where I came from before this. So that's another positive thing. But another thing that makes my time here so enjoyable is playing with the group of guys, you know, on the team. There's good chemistry between everybody. And, you know, I feel like that shows on the court, and that's played a huge role in our success. I mean, I don't have an issue with anybody on the team, and that's actually saying a lot. Because, you know, I've experienced, you know, both the negative and, you know, positive aspects of, you know, coming into a new situation, a new organization. But yeah, I mean, everybody shows up to practice, and, you know, we get along, we mesh. So I mean, that definitely makes staying here worthwhile. As far as playing, you know, home games here, I think the atmosphere has been really upbeat. Just from like watching clips of past games, like you can see where the team, you know, not only myself included, but us collectively appreciate and also feed off of the energy that the fans give us. From my own standpoint, I know that I feed off of their energy. When I look up in the stands and, you know, there's a big play, they're up on their feet and they're clapping, like that pushes me to want to get back out there and do my best, give more than what I'm giving, go beyond 110%. I feel that the fans are the driving force behind that, and the fans here have been nothing less than amazing.